Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Last time we did bank reconciliation statement. I'm going to start sales ledger and sales ledger control. But before starting sales ledger and sales ledger control account, what we have to know, there are certain things we should know from sales ledger and sales ledger. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Now we have made sales journal and sales return journal in our previous class. Not previous class, but previously we have done. This is our sales journal. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 customers. Sorry, 1, 2, 3 customers, and okay, here we have 3. Now, what we do? First, we will keep record of each and every customer individually. Are you getting it? And in this type of T account, which is called this type of T account, which is called running balance format. So here I'm giving the heading. Now this is another type of T account. This is actually a T account in running balance. And we use this T account in running balance format for each and every customer. And on this basis, this becomes a statement of account also, which we send to our customer to show him what are the transactions taking place between him and us. Okay, so now our first customer was Virat Kohli. Okay. Now, what are the different transactions we did with Kohli? We have to record in that, but this is particularly for Virat Kohli. We are only concerned with Kohli. Okay. Now, first May we have to receive from Kohli $950. Okay, we do not consider the list price. We'll consider the actual price, 950. Okay, because he has given us a trade discount. We have given him a trade discount, 950. Now this is the balance we have to receive from Kohli. Okay. Now another thing. On May 5, Kohli returned to. No, sorry. Sorry. I made a mistake. Actually, that was I saw from sales. I'm sorry. That is actually the sales was taking place on May 1st, 11,400. Sorry, 11,400, and the balance is now 11,400 on May 5. He has returned good to us. So what we are going to write here, sales returns. And 980, yes, 950, 950. Now how much we have to, now what is balance we have to receive? Initially the sale was 11,400 minus 950. Now the balance we have to receive from is 10,000. Are you getting my point? This we are just talking about Kohli, okay? Not any other customer. This is all about Kohli. Okay. See now. uh, this one. Kohli paid us. That was a transaction of Kohli that is not concerned with the sales ledger or sales ledger, but it is concerned with your sales ledger. Sales ledger. Yes, it is concerned. Now, Kohli paid us by check after availing discount. So you remember we have given him 2% discount if he pays within 10 days. So when he is paying within 10 days, so we are giving him 2% more discount. But before discount, we should know what we have to collect from him. 10,450. Yes, very easy. So first, we will give him cash discount. No, the date was 10. Now, discount allowed. How much? 10,450 multiplied by 2%. 209. So after 209 of 10 discount, 10,450 minus 209, and he will get 10,241. We have to receive from him, which is he is paying, yes. So this account is paid us by check 10,241, and now the balance with him is getting my point. This is sales ledger for our first customer, Virat Kohli, and one more thing, we have sold him on 20th. Again, he bought goods from us, 14,400. So we will add this into this. Okay, 20. Again, sales. How much we have to receive? 14,400. Now the balance 14,000. This is the last balance. Now we have to receive 14,400 to Kohli. Suppose if Kohli wants to know what are the different nature of transactions, so we can send him this statement of account. Okay, what happened with him? What were the transactions? Are you getting my point? Okay, so this is all about Kohli, and now we know that we have to collect 40,400. That is the last transaction we did with him. Okay, now come to our second. Our second person, who is our second customer. Okay. Now, second is Rizwan. Now, Rizwan Traders. Rizwan. So we sold goods to Rizwan Traders on May 4 first time, 17,460. So May 4, May 4 sales 17,460. We have to receive 17,460. Now what we have to collect? 17,000. We have to collect. Okay. We are totally working on Rizwan. Okay. Now next. Rizwan on May 13th, Rizwan returned us goods of 1940. May 13th. Sales returns. and the amount is 1940. 1,940. So how much left? 17,460 minus 1940. 15,520 we have to collect from it. Okay. 15,520 we have to collect from this one. Now, see what other transactions we have in this one. Okay. On May 14th, Rizwan paid us by check the balance due to them after every discount. What was the discount offered to Rizwan paid us cash discount? 2% cash discount if he pay within 10 days, and he's paying within 10 days. So the what is the amount we have to collect from him is 15,520. So on 14 he is paying to us. So first we have to know what is the amount of discount allowed. 15,520 multiplied by 2%. That is 310. So we'll write here 310. So how much now he has to pay? 15,520 minus 310, and he will get 15,210. And now he is paying through check 15,210, and the balance is now same balances. Getting my point clear? This is what we have done with Rizwan. Okay. This is now, this is the last. We have now nothing left to collect from Rizwan traders. Getting my point clear? Now, third customer, Pandya. Let's see what happened with Pandya. Okay. You remember we did this question when Pakistan and India was playing their first match of T20. Okay. So that's why I've taken all these there. Okay, now Pandya. Pandya, we have sold goods to Pandya on 12, 40,000. He was not given any trade discount. So May, that was May 12, 14. Sales 2,000 and balance is done. Any returns? Yes, Pandya has returned 1,500 on 17. 17. After 5 days, he has returned goods. So sales returns. How much was? So 14,000 minus 1,500 is 12,500. The balance left. Okay. Now any other transaction, because we don't have the cash book, otherwise we have to look at it. Okay. Receive a check from Pandya. Yes. Pandya was given a cash discount of 5%. Okay, there was no condition of 2 days and 30 days, just a condition of cash discount 5%. So we are giving him cash discount of 5% on which date is giving us 25. First, we know what is the amount of discount allowed. $12,500 multiplied by 5%. 625. 625. Now, how much he has to pay? 12,500 minus 625. Answer is 11,875. We receive a check of 11,875 on the same date. Okay, we'll write bank. Balance is 11,875. Now the balance is. Are you getting my point? This is what we call sales ledger in running balance format. So what is the advantage of running balance format? Because you have to take the balance after, there is no CD/BD. You have to take balance after every transaction. After every transaction, we have taken out the balance. See, this is that one. Now, before making sale ledger control account, we have to move towards sale ledger control. Now, according to this, during the month of May, this one balance is done. This is done. Now, what about Pandya? This is also done. This is done. Acha, what about Kohli? Now, only one person is left who has not yet paid us is Kohli 14,000. So, it means if we take all the last balances of all our customers, the remaining amount is 14,400, which is due from one customer only 14,400. Are you getting my point? So what organizations do to avoid frauds, to avoid errors, to avoid omissions, what they do, they make sales ledger controller. Sales ledger controller. Getting my point? What they make sales ledger controller. Now, and they reconcile it from this sales ledger. If we add all the last balances of all the customers, we'll get an amount. Okay, what we have to receive from all different customers. Here only one customer is left who is Kohli, 40,400. Otherwise, two customers, they have paid off all their amount which are due to them. Now, this is because it's a small question. But in organizations, there are so many customers, and so what we do, we make this type of running balance format account for every customer, and we calculate them. We take the total at the end of every customer, this right balance of every customer, and we take an amount. Okay, that amount must be same as sale ledger control. Okay, if it is not same, suppose we get the totals of all these customers' account, and the total is something else, but your sales ledger control account's closing balance is something else. It means a control account reconciliation is required. In O levels, they do not ask you to make a control account reconciliation. But in A levels, you have to do the control accounts reconciliation. Okay, you have to remember. Now, what is sales ledger control account? Sales ledger control account is made in general ledger, and it is the same. It's a T account, normal T account, but in the standard form, not in the standard form. Date, description, debit, date, description. Okay. Now, okay. T account in standard form. Now, sales ledger control account. Now, here comes balance brought down. Sales ledger control account is also called receivable control account. Receivable control account. It is also called debtors control account. Okay, so don't get confused with the terms. It is basically there are only two control accounts, one for customer and one for supplier. Now we just want to collect data of all the customers, not from their individual record, not from here. We have completed this sales ledger, and individual entries have been made for each and every customer. We need to know what actually data comes from the prime books. So what we do, balance brought down of account receivable or sale ledger control account will be given. Okay. Now what we do, we collect sales. Total sales from where? Sales table, sales journal. Yes. We collect total sales returns. From where? This is we collect from sales journal. Okay. This we collect from sales return journal. Okay. Now, acha, what else? Total payment received from customers, we collect from cash book. And other thing which we collect, total payment received from customers, discount allowed. This is what we collect from cash book also. Okay. Sales demo, sales journal, sales return journal. From bank, we got to know what is the amount. Discount allowed. Okay. Now, bad debts. Bad debts or irrecoverable debts also. This is from journal. That is, if any customer has failed or to pay off, or he has gone mad, or he has gone abroad, bad debt fees for it. Getting my point here. Okay. And because account receivable. Okay. Any customer who has gone mad or something like that. And one more thing is contra. Contra also from the source book. And from these books, we make a sales ledger control account. Okay. And that accounts CD. Here comes balance CD. Whatever the amount is here. That should be equal to the totals of these rates. Okay. Individual customers ledger. If it is not balanced, you need a reconciliation. But in O levels, you don't need to study reconciliation. In A levels, you have to study the reconciliation. Okay. So this is the data of ledger control. Okay. Here, one thing which is very important, we have to discuss here today is contra. What is contra? What is contra? Suppose we have a big department store or big superstore, and we have bought our printed shopping bags with our logo and name printed on it from one of the suppliers. So, what entry we will make? What entry we will make in the T account? So this is, we have bought plastic bags. Now, we have bought plastic bags of 12,500 from one of our customer, from the supplier. His name is say Decoms. He has supplied us. He has supplied us. So Decoms is going to be credited with 12,000. Now, after a few days, we have not yet paid to Digong. Digong has come to our departmental store with his wife for a shopping. And what he did, he bought from us some goods from our department store for his wife without paying us. So what we do, Digong's debit, suppose 7,000. And we will credit Digong's credit sales. Now, we have two accounts of Digong's. One is a liability account. One is an asset. Getting my point? We have to receive 7,000 from Gomes and we have to pay 12,000. So what we do, we have two options. First, we'll ask him to give us 7,000. Then we will add, he will give us 7,000. In that amount, we'll add 5,500. We'll make it 12,500 and we pay him. Second option, we just remove 7,000 from both accounts and we pay him 5,500, which is right. So what we do in accounts, we credit 7,000 here and we debit 7,000. This is called contra. Now we don't need to receive anything from those and we don't need to pay 12,500. How much we have to pay now? Only balance CD 5,500. Getting my point? Nothing to receive, only pay 5,500 and both the transaction will be settled. Are you getting my point? This is called contra. So contra is something which is always credit in receivable. See here, we are crediting. Just like this 7,000, it is every contra, all total contra will be credited here. And that contra will also debited in purchase ledger. Okay. Contra is the only data in the question, which can appear both in sales ledger and purchase ledger. Both control accounts data is entirely different. Nothing to do with each other. Only contra is the only thing which appears in sales ledger control account and purchase ledger control account. Means all the other data, sales ledger, bank discount allowed, or bad debts, whatever it is, it has nothing to do with purchase ledger. Only contra has to do. It will be created in sales ledger control account, it will be debited in purchase ledger control account. Like this. See, it is created in customer account, it is debited in supplier. This is called. Getting my point clear? Okay. Now, okay. Now, class, this is a type of question which appears in your CI. The following information extracted from the books of Elizabeth on 1st January 2005. Debit balance in sales ledger, credit balance purchase. We are just concerned with the sales ledger control. Okay. Now, what we have to do, we have to make a sales ledger control account over here using the data. Okay. And tomorrow, inshallah, we'll do purchase ledger control account. Now, account. What's wrong with that? Something is wrong, yeah. Okay. Now, on 2005, debit balance share ledger control account means start of the year account receivable or total receivables or the total debtors with all those people all those people we have given them goods in 2004 and they have not yet paid. On 1st January 2005, it will become our opening balance 130,000. So right here 130,000 and this is June 1 and this is balance. Okay. Now, data on 31st December. Purchase we don't know need discount we know discount allowed. We have 16,800 that belongs to sale ledger control account. Discount allowed. Here comes December 31st. Discount allowed. How much is discount allowed? 16,800. Then sales on credit 9,888,00. 9,880,000. Here comes December 31st. Then cash received from debtors, cash 973,800. So instead of bank, we'll write cash, no problem. Cash, you will receive. This is 973,800. 973. Cash paid to bill, bad debt written off 13,200. 13,200 taken up by the customers. They are not ready to pay. They've gone bad. They are gone abroad, or they are not ready. They become bankrupt. They are not ready to pay 30,200. So you write irrecoverable debts or bad debts, whatever you like. I don't mind. Then return inwards. Yes, sales return 8,400. 8,400. This is sales returns. Okay. Then legal expenses charged to debtors. Okay. The word charge in accounts is always used for debit. Okay. Not for credit. So legal expenses charged to debtors 1404. So we will write here 1404 legal expenses. Expenses. And say returns got something. Now account settled by contra. Okay, contra 1,000. Now what we have to do, we have to take out the closing balance 130,000 of the opening balance plus 9,888,00 plus 1404 1,122,204. Okay, minus 16,800 minus 973,800 minus 13,200 minus 8,400 minus 1,744. Answer is 108,8660. 108,660. This is your balance CD. Okay. So the total here is 1,122,000. Getting my point. One thing very important. Acha, tomorrow we'll do this same question for purchase ledger control account, and we'll take only data for only this data. This one. This data will appear in purchase ledger control account. Both the data has no resemblance, no identity, nothing, no similarity. Okay. This is a ledger control. And what we do, the balance sheet says that on that we have to collect from our customer 108,660. Getting my point clear? Okay. 108,660 we have to collect from customer. What we do, we check with this sales ledger. We'll check with every individual customer account must be added, and it should be equal to 108,660. If it is not, then you have to make control account reconciliation. Okay. So that's all for today. Hopefully you got it. You got the control accounts, and you can understand the control accounts now. Tomorrow we'll start with purchase ledger and purchase ledger control account, and then we'll do the purchase account reconciliation as well. Not for O levels, but for A levels, inshallah. So subscribe my channel. If you want me to solve something, just leave a comment. Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.